affection on the man right now to make him feel extremely uncomfortable, but appreciated. So Ben, I hope you don't mind. I kind of wrote you like a love sonnet of sorts. So I'm going to read this. It's going to be really weird. It's all rhetorical questions. You don't have to respond to any of this. Dear Ben, has anyone ever told you that we all secretly know you're an amazing, kind, and funny guy? Has anyone ever told you that you look like a sleepy, pensive Hugh Grant? Has anyone ever told you that Steph is mad about you? Or mad at you? That might be a Has anyone ever told you that your wit is sharp, you're a stand-up guy, we all value your opinions, and want a little bit more Ben time in our lives? Has anyone ever told you that we all know you'll make a great dad? These things are true, my friend. Let it be heard loud and proud, and if you all join me in saying here together on 3, we love you, Ben, just to make him feel really. So 1, 2, 3.
We love you, Ben!
Steph Gerbs. Anyone who has been to a concert with you understands the special little challenges it takes to rein you in sometimes. You're a hurricane of joie de vivre. Your excitement for life is limitless and contagious, but most people don't operate on your level. We all appreciate being entangled in your enthusiasm, and retrospectively, it's always a blessing. Because your friends know that if it weren't for you, we'd probably be all home watching TV by ourselves, and we'd definitely have fewer friends. You are what is called a connector, someone who seems to magically and effortlessly unite people. I suspect there are people out there right now who have no idea how big of an impact you've had on their lives. It's a quality I admire greatly, and I am thankful for being able to glean a little bit of this superpower from you. And I'm not going to lie, I've probably exploited it a bit, but who wouldn't? You're one of a kind. For that, I have a few doting observations I'd like to share with you here publicly as well. I entitled this section, Deputy Desmond's Platonic Love Letter to Stephanie Gerber. Dear Steph, has anyone ever told you that you're a quirky, smart, caring, loving ball of firecracker energy? Has anyone ever told you that you brighten a room, that you have a knack at bringing levity to almost any situation? You're beautiful on the inside, outside, as the cliche goes for people like you. I once saw a photo of your mom, and immediately I felt like I knew you better. I never knew your mom, but in this photo, I could see a glimmer of you. The photo, she's at a party dancing, the black and white one, you know the one I'm talking about? She's like twirling. I was transfixed by it, and now that I'm reflecting on it, I know something now. First, I know how much you wish you could be here. You could be here sharing this moment with her. But it's my observation, however, that you carry an element of her deep within you, deeper than DNA. I also know she would be very pleased with your choice of husband and be proud at this happy, fun, fascinating life you lead. And has anyone ever told you that you're going to make a great mom too, someday soon? So thank you both for giving me the opportunity to be an integral and regular part of your fantastic lives. The crazy world keeps turning, and it's crazy people like the two of you who will adjust its access to better suit the ones you care about. I am extremely lucky, and I think we're all extremely lucky to be situated right there with you guys for years to come. And so now, we've reached the moment of vows. Ben, if you'd mind sharing your vows first.
I'm going to go first, yeah. I look more succinct, as one can see. So I'm just going to go into it because Des has kind of stolen my thunder for my speech later, but that's okay. So if you want to go now, it's fine. You've heard it all. It's been done. So. Steph, I promise to be your companion, your lover, your best friend, and considerate and patient when you drive me around the bend. I promise to be your teacher, your student, and all in between, and and stand in front, not behind, when you're making a scene. I promise to be faithful and never to stray. Unless Eva Mendes becomes single, then just give me a day. I promise to be honest and to never let thoughts fester, and to teach our son there's only one team in Manchester. I promise our family a life of adventures and mischief, and I will shelter our family from life's inevitable grief. So, in conclusion, what I'm trying to say is that I love you, Steph, forever and a day.
Wait a minute.
Oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna get through mine. Pretty good. I will try to make this shorter because I might. Dear Ben, they say all good things come to those who wait, and that certainly seems true. It took you 7 dates to kiss me, and here we stand almost 7 years later. I will never forget our first date, a date I almost didn't go to, as I was skeptical of ever even liking a paparazzi. As we sat at Aroma Cafe on Sunset Boulevard, I couldn't stop thinking how nice you were for a pap, how smart you were for a pap, how worldly you were for a pap. And soon I felt really guilty for having been so judgmental about this whole pap thing. The ease and flow of our conversation that night made me feel so comfortable around you, like I'd known you for years. I immediately felt I could trust you and rely on you, and I very soon found myself feeling like you were a best friend. Tired of dating douchey LA guys, your honesty and non-game playing felt really refreshing to me. I remember us saying I love you very quickly to each other. It was around my birthday and we had only been dating for about 3 months, and I was, to be honest, a little bit tipsy. But you gave me this wooden letter S with all these cute things, funny things written on it, and it was the most romantic thing I ever received from anyone. And to be honest, the most romantic thing you ever gave me, but hey, I'm still waiting for the engagement ring. And you're gonna set a new record, I know. Anyway, that aside. In true Steph fashion, I blurted out, I love you. And although I was embarrassed that I kind of had diarrhea of the mouth that night, sorry for the bad word, you asked me to repeat what I said, and that you actually felt the same way. Now, this was all despite the warnings that you received from my good friend Jessa, my witness here today. And Jessa had been telling Ben to play it a bit cooler and playing hard to get because I was going to lose interest. Well, Ben, you resisted that notion, and you never played by those rules because, you know, you're an Aries and you're stubborn, and I wouldn't expect anything else. But it's precisely this down-to-earthiness and honesty that I love about you, and I've known from the start that you will also be there for me and that I can count on you. Like every relationship, we've had our ups and downs, but with every problem, we've learned what it was going to make to make this relationship last. Through the ebbs and flows of our relationship, your commitment to making us work has never wavered. You are my best friend. When I laugh, you're always there to share the joke, and when I cry, you're always there to wipe away the tears. When I yell, you're the one who, with quiet confidence, listens, understands, and is always able to calm me down. Because of you, I understand what love is. It's the patience you show when I'm being stubborn, and I won't admit you're right. It's the kindness in your eyes every time you look at me. It's the complete trust you have in me and that you're never jealous. It's the respect you show me every time you open a door for me. Ben, you're my rock and my everything. Now onto the vows. As your wife.
What was all that then?
Now onto the vows. As your wife,
It was good.
I promise to always put you first, to keep a light heart and a sense of humor, even in the tough times, to make less executive decisions and more co-decisions. I thought you'd like that one. to make less jokes about your big head.
Hey!
I promise to try to interrupt less, even though I know what you're about to say. And I also promise not to claim to know what you're about to say every time.
Yeah, I got it.
Witnesses. Witnesses everywhere.
I promise to slow down and enunciate when I speak. To make less fun of you being a ginger and less jokes about our fears of having a ginger son.
Got it right.
I promise to take a breath sometimes. I also promise to better check the closing of bottle caps so you don't have any milk accidents in the morning. And to close more drawers. I'm promising you to try to sit still more and enjoy the moment. And I promise to be the best mother to our future boy and girl. And promise to give you plenty of alone time to recharge when you are overwhelmed. And I promise not to force you to do things you don't like, but push you just enough to get you out of your comfort zone and try new things. I promise to be your best friend, your cheerleader, your confidant, your sounding board through all times, good or bad. Lastly, however grateful I am today to have my father, my brother, my new family, Sandra, and the girls here today, and my friends, I must also acknowledge my mother, Heidi, who I wish could be here today. I think she would have loved you. For starters, you share the love of a good dirty joke and a cold beer. But you also share a wicked sense of humor